Welcome back to ESL Pro League live from the Intel Esports Arena. We are ready now for our final series of the night. FaZe taking on HellRaisers. FaZe, they've had a bit of weird form recently, haven't they, Ben?
Yeah, I remember I mentioned the thing at the start of the day where if you looked at the recent results, not counting today obviously, they have played 2 games today, actually in a different league. You'd see it and just see 16-14, win/loss, no matter what. It was just a constant close games. Nothing clean. Yeah. Like either way, not even losing hard. They're always kind of scrapping their way back in. And mentioning those 2 games that they have played today, they played the maps that we're going to be seeing today as well. So they played against Astralis in ECS. Okay. They lost 16-14 and 16-12, which is again another situation with the score lines being the same. Obviously, Astralis is a different beast compared to HellRaisers. So as a comparison, you probably think they are looking in a good position to beat HellRaisers. But you never really know with this FaZe lineup right now.
It's hard to tell. They can definitely be a mixed bag. Sometimes, you know, they'll pop out and they're playing like they're rank S players. Sometimes they won't, Ben.
That's true.
Those little SCA shout out there. Yeah. Slid that one in.
Slid that one in. Organic.
Yeah, organic. That's what I do. Like a yogurt.
Yeah, but other than that, like I can reference the last time they played Overpass, it was Season 6 finals, which is quite a long time ago now when you think about it. It was a FaZe easy win, 16-7. But otherwise, they've not really played each other. And ultimately, these 2 teams, they've had pretty scrappy games so far this season. You know, HellRaisers, they're sat in 13th. FaZe, they were 5th at the start of the day. Now they've fallen to 6th. They need to get some wins on the board.
Well, it's time for some more Overpass, Ben, as we're going to be slipping back into it. Early aggression coming through here from FaZe as they go for the fast peek down towards Connector, but the firefight does go in favour of Rain. He's picked up 2 kills, and the third as well, with support of Nico, as they rip the head off of Woxic Guardian, going to beat down Bondic, and it is all on Issa.
So do you think if Dead Fox was not put in a despicable position there to buy grenades,
he would have
won that fight?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, thought I'd get it in.
He does play the most despicable positions, Ben.
That's true. Issa, though, doesn't play the most despicable positions, but he comes out with some despicable plays.
He can definitely pop off like that. Oh, predicts the peak. The Marauders map telling him where to go, man. Let's see if he can keep on pushing with this. There's
3 players outside that door.
Move his way down.
That's one way to deal with them. They're hoping to make a hole in the door, but unfortunately the pistol's not quite got that damage.
Not as strong, are they?
He'll keep closing it, but the question is how many of these are they willing to just fight him? And they are. Yeah. Open the door. I suppose it was just a matter of time, really.
The old bap, 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 just hitting the door.
Yeah, just keep whacking it. Hopes to make a hole in that door. But you never know what's going to come through that. In my 21 years I've been watching that door. You never really know.
That was a good TV show, Paul Stars. That was great.
I'll disagree on that.
I loved it. I love the old guy.
Yeah. So Guardian, I think he's changed pistol unless I'm wrong.
What's he using?
I thought he used to have a USP. I feel like on Tuesday I remember seeing him go USP armor.
I think so. It would make more sense as well because it's just the one-tap headshot, just bap bap.
Yeah, he's got P2K now.
Switched it up, Ben.
Olaf Meister, they're all going to be coming into it. How quickly can he dispose of them, man? They've gotten the first one cleanly, but otherwise it's been a bit of a scrap. He's been bailed out by Nico, thankfully, who will dispose of them adequately. You'd be hoping if you're Olaf that you would have done the same, but unfortunately not, just drop. HellRaisers should be coming in with a buy round now, though. So Nico's getting off to a strong start, 6 kills already. The full AK is coming out from HellRaisers. Question is, what will they do out of this? It's a pretty strong buy. They should be expecting Guardian on and off as well. Look at this peek.
Oh,
leg off. So we saw quite a bit of HellRaisers in week 1, didn't we, against some other teams?
They played an awful lot of games during that first week, from what I remember.
Yeah, and somehow now they're the team with the least maps played. Considering that instance, it was just the fact we saw them pretty much every day, didn't we? Sometimes it was twice.
Yeah.
And if you remember, there was a game against North as well, where Cadian did get that. Technically, I think it was a 1v3, but it was a 5-man.
It was, yeah, it was the in total 5k AWP clutch in the A site. They made a HLTV clip of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. It was quite crazy, to be fair.
It was nice. It was really, really nicely played.
But this round so far, Guardian, he did finish off the opponent that he had legged in Issa. But Dead Fox did get the trade onto Nico. So a 4v4. HellRaisers still have 3 smokes available to them. FaZe 2. But both of those smokes are actually on the A side. It's just going to be Olaf here. He needs to hold this monster bite. Unfortunately, smoke is fading, so he showed up on the radar. Very easily dealt with. And now she's down to Guardian. 4v1. Got to be save on the cards. Was holding there for an exit for a bit, but the hunt is actually going to be coming through. Woxic, he might be able to cash Guardian off depending on the route he takes. Guardian's actually opting to stay on site. Normally you see players trying to make sure they get all the way out. But I think it's just a matter of time here. Woxic gets the angle, takes him down. Will he recover that AWP is a different question. Yes, he does. Nicely done there, grabbing that AWP. On FaZe, the money's not there. Yeah, that's the other element of this, right? So even if you do, save that second round after losing, the CTs don't have many rounds to build up their economy. That's what they used to.
Yeah.
Which still means they're as fragile as anything.
It did kind of feel like overall when I was reading the patch notes, it was literally just a buff to T side essentially.
Yeah, that's what it appears to be. I think there needs to be some kind of analysis done on before patch T side win percentage across all maps, and then after. Just obviously it'd have to be a big sample size to get the real image.
Yeah. To be fair, it would be a good way to do it. Maybe if you take like 10 games played. Well, no, some not 10 games doesn't really work. You do need a bigger average. I mean, if you took like a season of Pro League,
games,
yeah. If you took like a season of Pro League with the new changes, and then a season of Pro League before the changes, and analysed what the results are.
That's quite a good system for it in terms of the sample size is at the same level.
Yeah.
Right.
But I suppose we would probably have to wait until the next season of Pro League to get that accurately done, because obviously we played the first few games in week 1 with the old economy system.
Yeah, I suppose it works as a cut-off point though, if you really want to compare it. First 4 days of Pro League versus the second 4. That's one way of doing it.
Yeah, it'd be a smaller sample size, but at least you'd have like a rough idea of what the changes would be. Also be a good way to work out what the new average pistol rounds are.
Yeah, that as well. So they do get a kill in bathrooms. Rain, no armor, isn't able to catch that one, but Guardian trades it straight back. So this take is actually still quite scary. Guardian's unfortunately not expecting players to be on the A side due to Nico's position. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get anything done. Carrigan should be able to grab this gun and probably get out of the site, if I'm honest.
Yeah, going to scurry out of there with his serpent in his back pocket. FaZe Clan conceding this one. That it was going to be the scoreline now tied up 2-2 apiece. As HellRaisers will be able to claim this round. HellRaisers, they've looked pretty good in Overpass in the past, so it wouldn't be surprising if we do actually have a bit of a game on our hands here, especially if FaZe aren't playing to the pedigree we expect to see. Obviously, that's sort of the awkward bit with FaZe, right? Normally, you look at it on paper, you see a draw like HellRaisers FaZe. In the day, you would have thought, right, this should be a very one-sided affair. FaZe Clan should be able to walk all over them, because normally they were just popping off, and individually they could just hard carry through games. Whereas in this day and age, it just doesn't work like that anymore. There's a lot of sort of, I don't know, disgruntled plays. It seems like it's not really well oiled. The whole team just doesn't seem like they have a clear picture on what they want to do. And even then, the players that need to pop off have been having quite quiet days in recent form. Rain's been the only one for me that's actually still been standing out.
Yeah, which is quite interesting when you consider how Rain's form has been through the year. Because he's one of the players who everybody's felt hasn't really shown up. That's not a good start to the round though. Guardian missing a shot on Issa. Issa runs straight through. Trade was there for Nico and Spray doesn't come through. It's just on Olaf really. He's got 3 people coming out ahead of him. Gets the first. Can he get any more? Does get away. And unfortunately, he goes a bit greedy. Rain comes in. Carrigan gets that trade as well, but it's a 2v1 though. To be fair, Carrigan's been playing quite well during this period of time, when he hasn't been supposedly calling, right?
I suppose it's kind of to be expected though, obviously. He can focus on his own game now. And it is a good way, at least, for him to rebuild confidence, as that has been an issue for him. If he can now get himself into a mindset, once again, he feels individually quite proud of how he's playing. Maybe that could help out with the roster. Carrigan left in the 1 versus 2. Going to be able to push up. The smoke is down. Angel just going to push straight through it seems, as he taps the bomb to try and force the FaZe. Gets the first frag. It's a 1-on-1, but he needs to kill Bondik. Bondik peeks, he might get it, but Bondik will be able to overpower him. 3rd round now achieved for HellRaisers, but it went down to the wire there. A 1 versus 1 in the end.
You know, it's quite an unusual push by Angel. You know, I thought it was a case of let's double peek on 3, and Angel ran through and didn't really have any backup.
Yeah.
Perhaps. But ultimately, they get the round. It was a buy round from FaZe. HellRaisers can build on this. Of course, only pistols on the side of FaZe now. CZ, 50-50 is just a USP for Nico. It would be quite interesting to see how a team would perform if you had your IGLs just switch around a bit. Just to see how good is a player who is normally an IGL when they're not calling, for example, right? A huge imagine existence in a team where he's not calling.
Like, yeah, like what level of CS would he average out at? Yeah.
For example, right? Because the same could be said about quite a few players, really. You never really find out how good they could be because they've put themselves as an IGL in that situation.
Especially IGLs that sometimes you have an IGL that's just doing sort of like mid-round calls. Yeah. It's not as crazy. You know, obviously you can still sort of focus on your own game a bit. Yeah. But if you have an IGL that's very micromanaging heavy, that's when you're going to struggle because you're literally trying to actively control all other players on your team, set them up, tell them when to go for picks.
I think Carrigan just made the call for them to all move just then as well. Carrigan was the only player not in that 4 stack of CTs. And he has told them to go back towards B. They're going to be swarming out just as the T's enter there, is the issue. I mean, Nico gets 2 kills for that. That's not a bad trade considering, you know, the investment you had into this round.
Ooh, good read though. They expect Carrigan to come in from behind. They both peek at the same time, but they had enough players to be able to just hold the angles and find the kills. That will go 4-2.
So Nico only the real one getting many kills into this. Although you could argue he did have 6 after the first 2. So only 3 since then. The HellRaisers, like looking at the week 1 game that we saw, they never really got beaten heavily on the map either. Like even when they lost, it was still like a 16-11, 12, that sort of thing. Just remember against North, that was the scoreline. Oh no, they beat North 16-11, sorry. Yeah, it was like it was rarely ever disadvantageous in their favour. HellRaisers going towards B by looks things. The up on Woxic. There is a boost though from FaZe. These that flash though, they do drop off it. But they might try it again though. I was going to wonder if they try it again based on the way they're moving.
Instead they just go for the jump spot. But Nico, he might get some information, but he also receives a ton of bullets straight into the chest.
Lucky not to die, to be honest, based on the way that was going. They thought about going for that boost, but actually go against it. And on the other side of things, we're seeing a boost come through from Angel. I'm trying to see how far he can move. It's going to be a double boost. They're right next to each other. They can see each other.
Ooh.
That's an interesting choice by Angel. I'll try and jump.
Yeah, I'll just go for a jump shot on the end there.
And you can see Guardian is taking the risk, rotating. The X2's going home. There's only 20 seconds left.
Oh. Denied play towards short. Olaf Meister with 2. Carrigan and Nico come into effect as well. And it's all up to Woxic in a 1 versus 3. He's got 10 seconds on the clock to try and plant the bomb. Finds that kill on Guardian. The no scope, Ben. If that would have come through, he could have eliminated Nico. The round could have still potentially fallen in his favour. However, it will not go down like that.
That was such a weird round if you think about like the mid, you know, the minute to 30-second play out we saw from like that POV from Angel and stuff. Because they damaged Nico so much, down to 8 HP, and then they were doing such a weird, it wasn't even a boost at that point.
They've left bomb in spawn.
Jakey very disgruntled with that one.
The angry shakes.
Very disgruntled. Carrying with a Mag 7 in connector.
Do you know what that is, Ben? Despicable.
It probably is. Well, it probably was a move by the despicable one, to be fair. He's going towards short on his own. He didn't want to take the bomb with him.
Woxic's had to go back and get it.
Dead Fox holding for that short push. Carrigan's still in connector waiting for someone to come into his Mag 7. Really slow round from HellRaisers. This is something we saw quite a lot from them, if you remember. They always got down to about 45 seconds on the clock. Carrigan should get involved in this round. I don't know how aggressive this peak is from Bondic. Does land the shot, but somehow it's only 57 damage. Guardian lands one onto Angel as well. Rain gets the kill onto Issa. Woxic with the AWP. Unfortunately, Guardian gets him out. So that's the bomb down. 45 seconds. Dead Fox, it's all great to get a kill on this side of the map, but you're so far away from your team that you need to basically run the whole way.
Bizarre as well. So HellRaisers playing a very slow round there, but it's not as if they've tried to poke and prod or force anything off a FaZe. I mean, they only used one smoke. So in terms of forcing utility out of them, that just didn't really happen. They might have found 2 picks, but that is it. I mean, if they would have gone for a late round side push, FaZe would have still been very well equipped to delay and deny. Just seemed like they're playing slow almost just for the sake of it.
You can see FaZe deciding from the get-go they're going to play from the site. It's always a bit of an awkward one when you say, let's play from the site this round.
Yeah.
Because you do sit there wondering, what should I be doing then?
What do I do now? Ooh, not that.
You run through all of that fire, that short pipe. Let's go for that pick. Obviously resulted in nothing. So you can see Rain and Guardian, they've been on this site since the start of the round. Not much to do other than hold the angles or jump spot. Guardian holding Woxic's AWP, I believe. Gets the first kill towards Angel. They are planning to burst the toilets, I imagine, as soon as that smoke goes. There's a gap, actually. Guardian lands it. He shouldn't really need to peek anymore.
No, he should just stay alive at this point now. You're 21 HP, there's no point.
They'll re-smoke the toilets. Woxic is taken down, that's the bomb. Bondic grabbed the deal from A long. Hoping he can get something done, but it's a big ask. And a single bullet onto Rainbow. Ultimately, that's not going to get you anything. Pretty much a free round in favour of FaZe there. So the buy will come through again from HellRaisers. 4 AKs and a Galil on Angel, wanting to get those grenades in. Guardian, he peeks into that grenade as well. And they're going to double wide swing off this. Angel, I was going to say, he's stuck in that corner. Guardian gets the kill for free. Bondic doesn't even try and get the trade. Really good start to the round for FaZe, considering how it did start off when it comes to that Guardian peak. Unfortunately though, that flash, not fantastic. Molotov will come through, forces Bondic all the way up the ladder. And Carrigan gets the bot towards long, so Guardian should be able to get out of here, depending on the time the Dead Fox goes to the peak. Guardian actually misses. Is able to exit towards B short though. So in terms of default for HellRaisers though, if you think about how many grenades FaZe have got left, it's been a lot better. Right, there's only 2 smokes left. Olaf has a flash. He's going to be using that, I think, as well. So ultimately, you've got a smoke on each site. It's a big ask for them to hold back the offense if it does come through.
Smoke's going to be going down. Carrigan. He's covering the rear, but Nico from the front will be able to do so much damage. Gets the first 2 kills. Carrigan can cut off the rotate as well. Yes, sir, the tap is beautiful. They'll connect that onto Nico's noggin.
Carrigan's won the round here.
All Carrigan's got to do is just bide his time as he waits.
Seconds.
As long as he denies the bomb plant, that will be the round picked up. They're going to drop the smoke and jump into it, but he gets the frag, and the round is over. There's no way that Issa can win now in this position. Oh. Did he go down after time? Was that just before?
No, just before. You can see Issa's got 3,200 there. Yeah, so ever so close to getting it just after the time as well.
Yeah.
Mistake, you could argue as well. Carrigan's
would have been worth just giving it a sec, yeah.
6-4 in favour of FaZe now. Nico on 14 kills. Taking control of this by looks of things. Some jump spotting being done towards mid. Guardian acknowledges that, falls back to a site, knows he doesn't need to be this aggressive. you can assume it's a pistol buy when it comes to that situation. And there's a few grenades available to HellRaisers. Using them now to get forward towards the toilets area. It's going to be 3 smokes, 2 flashes. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw, similar to like the Na'Vi smokes, you'd normally see like the truck smoke towards site. Instead they opt to get the smoke at the end of a long. That does now limit you to 2 smokes available. He's getting ready to line his up. Dead Fox the same. Going to be running into quite a few players there, I feel. It's very predictable. Smoke's coming in. And Rain, he's just taking fire. Unfortunately, he loses it.
Oh, Issa connects the headshot.
Smoke.
Guardian, ooh, through the smoke, Ben. Kills Dead Fox. It's a 3 versus 3 into the round. Guardian with a deagle will go down, however, and it's up to Nico to now bail them out and get this 7th round for FaZe Clan. And a 1-on-3. This went from a good situation to an absolutely horrific one. And Angel finds that kill. Didn't save the AWP though, but Bondic has picked one up anyway.
That's such a weird round. I mean, Rain was so hesitant to take that fight towards long that he allowed enough time for Angel's deagle to just reset on the recoil. And from there, Angel took control of the round, right? He got 3 kills, he had no armor even. A very odd round to lose. That could be a major player in how this half turned out. Fast short control being taken by HellRaisers. Look at Woxic, his peak. Straight onto the Freiburg angle. Just been smoked out. They're being very wary of that boost, aren't they? Oh, Nico being wary of that opposite one, which he saw Angel boosting earlier on in the game.
Yeah, both sides using the boosts early have definitely put a seed of doubt in their minds.
Cheeky little grenade.
That was a nice nade.
Shame obviously there was nobody there to see it. Or take it to the head, I suppose. The other way of looking at that. And because of the angle Dead Fox is holding, that's the only angle on short where you cannot be seen by any of the boosts unless you do the triple. Which of course, it's a bit loud to try and do that one. Rain gets a kill towards Issa. He's got that same style of play that Fair does on the A site on this map. Very aggressive, usually gets 1 kill minimum when he plays aggressive. Nico's probably going to catch these off guard as well. If a flash were to come in fact he's going to catch them off from the side, he doesn't even get, he gets the first kill. He's going to keep going. That's the bomb down already, 25 seconds left. Dead Fox and Woxic, they need to go for this bomb. If Dead Fox dies here, it's pretty much round over.
Ooh, Nico kills Dead Fox.
He wants more, he's looking for an AK.
Yeah, grabs the M4. So they're going to get that 7th round they wanted from the previous one. It's just a little bit later on into the game, and Woxic forced to stay alive here, really, and just hold his own. There is a backstab developing from Nico, but there's no chance he'll make it there in time. Oh, and
using a lot of weapons here.
Yeah, made it expensive at the very least.
A very offensive save from Woxic there. Pause coming in from HellRaisers, not too surprising. Does make sense. Losing a round like that due to a mid-round push, really, from Nico. 7-5. Just think about if FaZe had just won that 1 round, which was easier of the 2 that they've just played out. But against it was an eco, there was no armor involved or anything, it was just grenades.
Yeah, the scoreline could be very much inflated if they would have picked up a few rounds here or there, really, that could have gone in their favour as well, just down to small marginal errors. As we are out of the pause and ready to carry on. It's round 13, 7 rounds on the board for FaZe, 5 for HellRaisers. The buy comes out, and it is going to be 3 AKs, the 1 up there on Woxic, just a deagle for Dead Fox. Whereas FaZe Clan, they've got the AWP on Guardian, he is aggressing towards mid, chucks out a nade and does damage to Angel before he falls back.
I do love when people do use that grenade there. Always catches teams off guard. The fact that you can't actually throw a grenade that far into an area where you would not expect the enemy that early on as well. They really love this boost, don't they?
They do indeed. They've used it quite a few times.
I imagine in previous games it's been very, very successful. Guardian, I was going to say he's about to be tested at long, but instead Rain gets killed on toilets. That does mean we'll see a rotate coming in from Carrigan. Guardian did get spotted on the way out along. A pop flash through the monster smoke coming through. Dead Fox, we mentioned he has no armor. Instead, Olaf's fully blind going for a kill. Should be an easy one. There we go, picked up. Dead Fox, of course, no armor. He only had that deagle. Easy kill for Olaf. Now, if you think about where the bomb is, it's going to be a very late round decision. Nico spotted that as well. He lines it up, and unfortunately, he loses the fight. Angel's going to smoke towards heaven. The bomb has just been picked up by Bondic. It's not going to be a B play, it's going to be an A side play. Guardian, the only player here. Issa has walked up all the way long. He's right at the end now. Flash comes through. It's 15 seconds. If Guardian gets the kill on Issa, he tags in. Carrigan saves the day.
Tasty little spray down.
He's so close to landing that.
Oh no! Guardian charges in. Woxic
dodges the flash.
Yeah, gonna play on the van.
I think Guardian knows exactly where he is.
Seems like it, firing off the warning shots. I mean, Guardian scoped in towards that general area. The peak comes round. Woxic's on 10 HP. If Guardian pistols him, he will die. Flashbang goes over and Guardian connects the shot with the P2K. That will be a defuse and an 8th round picked up, but still, it's far too close for comfort.
It's very lucky that Carrigan was in position to, bail them out there, because it felt like they'd bitten. Nico gave away a free kill towards B. It's all well and good spotting them open the door. You shoot like 2 or 3 bullets though, and then let it go. HellRaisers another pause though, because that is a round that they probably shouldn't have lost, really. So 8-5. FaZe clan looking pretty comfortable. I suppose that should always be the case. You've already played Overpass today in an official.
Yeah.
And that's recent memory as well, within the last 3-4 hours. And you will be then moving on to Inferno, which is the same case as well. I think the issue with HellRaisers currently has been that a lot of the actual pushes they've gone for, there's been no trades on the way in. This is a heavy B-side play there. It's going to be a B monster rush. Carrigan, the man at barrels, needs to defend this.
Carrigan was so blind that entire time. Luckily, you've got a naughty Nico in the defensive position there towards short. Going to find that 1 kill, takes down Dead Fox. It's only 2 players left. And Olaf Meister with the spam does nearly kill Angel. He's very, very low and eventually gets that frag as well. Guardian from up top will kill Woxic. That'll be the defuse coming through, and it's going to go 9-5. Looking for the 10-5 half. If FaZe clan can keep playing to this level of aggression here, really. Just popping off now in the later stages of the game.
And there is enough money across the board there that they can pass some weapons down. FaZe clan going to have a full buy. The same can't be said from HellRaisers. It's full buy in terms of firepower, but utility they're lacking. Woxic with just Kevlar. Only smoke and a Molotov. Alongside his ult. Rain hasn't had much to do on the A side, has he? He's been quite... the defaults from HellRaisers have been quite... I wouldn't say defensive by any means, but they've been quite slow. He hasn't been allowed to get much going. So of course, boosting here. It's normally counteract the Guardian peak from the up against Guardian. And instead, Rain gets destroyed. The flash came from Guardian, in fact. And the proactive play by FaZe, they're taking B short control. Nice to see this sort of thing come through, of course. When you lose control of one part of the map, ideally you do want to try and get some control on the other side. And they get it without really using many grenades at all. Carrigan's got to be feeling like he needs to do something aggressive. Gets the kill on Angel, which is even better. It's all coming up Millhouse, it seems, right here for FaZe clan.
Yeah, push going to come through. The backstab in play potentially as the... frag goes in favour of Guardian, gets the first shot off, eliminates Bondic. Woxic going to trade it back on Olaf Meister. It's A 2 versus 3 now into the round. Carrigan holds the angle as he spams down, tagging him up. And leaves him lifeless just in the nick of time. It will go 10-5 at the half in favor of FaZe Clan as they pick that one up.
A very strong half from Nico. 20 kills for him, 20 kills to 8 in fact. So obviously he started off the pistol quite strong, followed that up. And it's nice to see him in a form, you know, like, you start to think when he's IGLing, he might be taking a hit on his play. CT side, obviously, it's a bit, you know, you're able to get back in the game a bit. So the question is, how much will he drop off here? Like, he's moving on to that T side. How much is he going to take a personal hit?
It's a good question. Oh, the bread's definitely in a different location then.
Was it?
Yeah, it was behind the basket that time. It was a Breadstergeist.
That's an interesting one. Nice little calf.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go again.
Here we go. Whee.
Straight down the slide. And now with the pit that
Tremendous,
from.
yeah. Here we are. Ready for this round to get kicked off. FaZe Clan now being moved on to the T side. The investment being 2 players with utility. That's Carrigan and Nico. And the rest of them going for armor. Nico, interesting enough, being one of the other utility players.
It's something we saw him do a few times when we saw them last week. Or rather in the previous game week. Taking it on the chin himself now, knows the players around him can make the job work. But they're not even flashing for this. They're hoping that they win the gunfight purely. And it's not going very well for them. Like, Carrigan gets that 1 kill, but ultimately you've lost 3 players for this. Just Olaf left now, 1v4. A massive ask right here.
Yeah, this is going to be tremendously hard for him if he's going to somehow win this round. It would require a miracle from Olafmeister. And the 1-on-4 pushes his way up. Clearing the angles as he slowly makes his move around, skulking into position. Expects potentially the flank from behind, and he would be correct. Dead Fox was there, pops his head off. Tries to charge out towards toilets as well. Spots out another man, but is there a possibility he could actually win this round? It's a 1-on-3 now with 45 seconds left to go.
Yeah, Angel using the smoke that he did have to cover up that area. He is going to try and grab the USP though. So obviously a lot of bullets available to him here. And he's going for the long-range battle, perhaps. He actually goes the Molotov on Nico's body. Unfortunately, Lisa, he goes for that shadow, or the shoulder peek. RNG bullet peek. Does take him out. So HellRaisers giving themselves a chance into this game. They should be able to get this round now, coming up. Assuming FaZe do not buy into it. 4 FAMAS on the board and an M4. So not much utility here. Meaning if they do lose players, it's going to be quite costly. 5-man through connector all the way up. Angel is the man that is nearby. He's heard a lot of noise. Nade comes through. Unfortunately, it's not the right way. It's a nice around the world coming through here. Burst up long will be coming through. Smoke at the end. Question is, how many kills have we actually taken? Instead, they have to go back. They're using up all the utility that HellRaisers did have, at the very least. Sadly for them, though, there wasn't many to begin with.
Angel, ooh, gets the first headshot. Wogsig as well with the second as Nico goes down. Going to be able to adjust, switch out to the USP, but Olafmeister will overthrow him.
That's 2 guns lost.
Yeah, it's been a bit messy for them. Olafmeister's going to go around towards the B site.
He did spot Dead Fox just then.
Yeah.
Dead Fox... This is so weird.
He's giving him the bomb plant.
What?
Why wouldn't he kill him?
Why is he so afraid? That's so odd. I don't understand that at all.
Dead Fox just gave him the bomb plant for free.
There's a mental argument that can be made, right? That the CCs do get an extra $250 for winning by defuse. Knowing that FaZe will have a buy round regardless. But why would you give every single player on FaZe another 800 to your 250?
I don't know, it's not really worth it. The maths don't add up.
Yeah, I don't get that at all. And it meant that Olaf's now to drop an AWP to Guardian. Guardian has full grenades. Obviously Olaf takes the hit. Only has a Molotov available to him. That's so weird, that. I didn't expect them to be that scared. And they're actually going 4B to the start of this round. Angel, another M401S user. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see him come out with the AUG. Because I think he's been quite successful with that M401S when needed. Flash did come through from Bondic there, for him to get the little peek. Didn't see anything though.
Everyone grouped up towards long. Bondic. You can Molotov behind the fire, which you will. Behind the fire, behind the smoke.
Here come the grenades there. The tape is coming through. They need to commit through that bomb.
Oh, that fragments them. They've actually got to just push in and commit to it now. They can't afford to dilly-dally and sit around all day. And Bondic gets the first. Woxic and Angel come through as well. Looking like a very CT-sided round here for HellRaisers. Surely they can't lose this one now. Olofmeister sneaking up behind them. Oh.
Gets the one, but unfortunately that will be it, I suggest. Guardian, he needs to get out of there, save this AWP into the next round. Angel's already hunting quite deeply here though. Angel does get the kill. 3 kills for him that round. 10-8, and that take... That Molotov, well the second one, I suppose, is what completely destroyed the way that they pushed in. You know, Nico is the only player who managed to get all the way through. Rain went through after it was put out. And from there it was just downhill. So we go for a bit of the half by here. 3 Deagles, Tech 9 and a CZ. Look how aggressive this is from Nico. He should be a free kill. Wow. That's just dead Fox off guard. He was nearly ready to take East's head too. Angel's going to be asked once more to deal some damage.
Smoke going to be dropped on short to restrict Olofmeister from pushing through. Just big spams with the Deagle, hoping to at least connect onto someone, but not really be given a chance. Guardian, oh, with the aggression. So awkward. I mean, he tags up Woxic to 29 HP, but he still lives to fight another day, and these kills are coming through. Angel with the wallbang, Issa with a straight up frag onto Olofmeister. And a little bit of a slide.
FaZe are taking a bit of a slide right now. The scoreline could potentially be evened up if they do lose this one. Another buy round does come through though. They need to get going on this T side. HellRaisers have built some money up in the rounds that they have won. Ooh, that's a good kill from Guardian. Very strong opening frag right there. Woxic, of course, going for the close angle peek rather than the peek on top of the benches or towards party that most players would normally go for. And Angel hoping to impact the round. Was the only player towards A as well. So he's been quite reluctant here on the T side. Slowed it down a lot. And unfortunately, they take out Olaf on the outside monster, so it's back to an even playing field. 4v4. And now they're hoping if they can get something done towards the A side. Guardian marching up with backup from Nico. Angel playing inside the toilets. If they check for the toilets, this is a free kill. However, it doesn't look like they are.
Ooh. I mean, they spot out Angel.
Free kill. Yeah.
Guardian can trade it. Guardian follows up as well with a follow-up kill onto Bondic. It's the headshot. Here comes the retake squad, realizing that actually it's not really worth it. They're going to back off, go for the save. That'll be an 11-9 scoreline. FaZe Clan will pick this one up.
It's a really solid round from Guardian there. Gets that entry to start off the round. Takes out Angel, and then follows that up with another kill onto Bondic as well. So just as I said, the score could be evened up. FaZe re-emerge. Actually take the lead further, 11-9. It's still very possible for HellRaisers to get a buy-in though. Woxic probably is sitting on 7.8k. Angel can buy himself. Bondic could buy himself if needed. And obviously the 2 players live, Deadfox and Issa, will be saving. So if FaZe were to win this one, there's a big reset on the cards. The question is, where will this round actually head for FaZe Clan now? So the T side hasn't looked fantastic currently, like so far this game. HellRaisers are so willing to let Angel play alone on this side as well. He just kind of sits in bathroom and listens quite a bit. If there's anybody connected, he'll tell them. And otherwise, he'll kind of just let it happen. If FaZe were to go really aggressive down A long, that's a huge hole in the defense for HellRaisers.
Ooh. Rain trying to kill a player through the spam, as he knows they've been utilising it an awful lot this game, and Karrigan, as you said, finds him, kills Bondic. Now we're into 1 minute and 12 seconds. Woxic going to get the trade back, eliminates Rain. Still the 4-on-4 though.
Really good kill to find there by Woxic. And Angel, he thought about flashing long for Woxic to take the peek, but I think he's already got the information there. They should know that Angel has been playing toilets, or at least close highway, pretty much every round so far. At that peak. It's come at such a random time towards Guardian. There's going to be quite a bit of information there. Angel, he's very hesitant. They're allowing Deadfox and Issa to play the 2 on that site, and they're sticking to the 2 on A site as well. 25 seconds left. This push needs to come through quite soon. Deadfox and Issa, both willing to fight Monster, and that's where the bomb will have to go through. The flashes need to be perfect.
It's got to be an incredible round now. 17 seconds left on the clock as the nades will soar through. This is the early entry, but Deadfox gets 2. Despicably punishes every one of them. And Issa with a close down as well. Clothesline both of them. And it will go 11 to 10. HellRaisers keeping themselves in the game. They do not want to lose this one.
They put a lot of faith into that hold towards the B site. And obviously, doing it at the correct time. Deadfox gets the 2 kills towards Monster. Issa deals with the short players. FaZe with the tactical, it does need to come through. You know, that was a classic case of we don't really know what we're doing. You know, we're playing out these rounds. We're not really getting much information. And they've got to be thinking, what can we do about Angel and Toilets? Because he's currently just... You know, they won't know that he's been a solo player there for the majority of the rounds that have been played. But they will know he's been a presence there every round, whether it's, you know, just holding still or just going for wide peaks randomly. If they're able to just go test up A long, for example, they stayed away from it because they have the first buy round web. If you remember, the Molotovs holding them back. But that take in particular was quite a poor one to begin with. I feel like long is the correct call. But HellRaisers actually go for a double AWP. And the second AWPer is Issa. So if you remember that game we saw him from Cash, that's probably the only time I've seen him pick up the AWP.
Yeah.
Other than now.
Feels like it's a bit of a different role to see him in compared to just the old standard with a rifle, but must have a trick up his sleeve of it. Angel just walks into the crosshair of Nico in the early firefight. Tried to manhandle him, but they're all just getting picked to pieces. They've been giving weapons over as well, so the T side could start to overthrow here. It's a 3 versus 3 retake towards the A site. The bomb hasn't gone down yet. Karrigan gets the first as he will kill Issa. Ignites the site as well. Bondic coming in with a backstab. I only just realised there was a player so close to him. Will get the flick shot and take down Rain, but what more can they do? It's a 2 versus 1 now, and HellRaisers are winning it.
Such a weird round so far. Like Angel having no head armor, like fine, that can happen. But he had the money to spend on it. I suppose he didn't assume that there'd be a eco actually coming through from FaZe, but the amount of damage they've done that round, considering what they had, it's pretty good for FaZe Clan, but ultimately you do need the rounds. It's now tied up at 11 to 11. So they do keep the double AWP, they're actually going to keep it on Issa as well. Seems like a weird choice when you consider what they have been doing at that B site. It's normally been Deadfox and Issa there. And Deadfox is who I'd say is probably a better AWPer as well. play by Angel this round is so aggressive. He actually is just playing down the fountain, with Woxic covering playground. And Bondic is indoor, holding the push as well. B short control comes through. Bondic will hear that movement. If he acts on it, it's a completely different story though. Nico's sitting on the radar. But unfortunately, it's all good seeing somebody on the radar, but if you're not going to land the shots, it doesn't mean anything.
Well, the Molotov goes in to attempt to keep them at bay. At arm's length at the very least. And this game is so close, Ben. This is the FaZe Clan way currently at the moment. Long, drawn-out games that can really go the whole hog, it seems.
Bridge smoke comes in. Rain smokes in as well. Dead Fox with an anti-rush smoke there, covering the barrels to pillar side. It destroys the Molotov as well. There's only 30 seconds left, they need to start going in.
Push is going to come through, they're going to swarm out towards the site. Dead Fox and Bondic get a kill apiece. Olofmeister with a sideline swipe will get one. Supported by Guardian, but Guardian's been picked to pieces. There's 20 seconds for Olofmeister to clutch this out now, or HellRaisers will take the lead and have 12 rounds to their name. Olofmeister gets the first, but Angel will backstab.
And that's the money reset again for FaZe. HellRaisers looking pretty good on the CT side. They're not doing anything flashy or special, but what they're doing is working right now, and that's what matters. FaZe should be, at best, pistol armor, maybe deagles here and there. Which has come through. You can see armor on Olaf with the deagle. Rain picking up a deagle himself. P250 on Carrigan and another deagle on Nico. Angel's so confident right now. He did actually spot him on the radar then, when he peeks. Nade comes through. Woxic picks up a kill towards Long. Should caught up in a second, and that he does. Ultimately, the way they're playing A is so out of the ordinary, but it's working right now.
Yeah. Oh. Olofmeister going to be terrified after that initial shot comes through, begins to reposition and fall back. Nico going to rotate over to, at the very least, assist him if they want to go for this. And it's going to be a struggle. I mean, if HellRaisers win this round, which they should, it will be a 13-11 scoreline, and the knock-on effect could be very detrimental for FaZe, especially for their morale if these keep slipping away in this manner.
Wolf has slipped out there. He's all the way out towards the left side. Dead Fox finally spots him. Does take him out, it's just Rain left. Has a deagle and a dream, I feel.
Rain. No chance. Issa pops him.
HellRaisers now in 13 rounds. Byron should be coming through from FaZe here. The question is, what can they do? Because right now, nothing seems to be working for them. The defense of HellRaisers is holding them back. Strong performances from Woxic, Angel, Issa. And even then, they've got both the other players, Bondic and Dead Fox, supporting them in the ways that are needed. Seems it's a fast mid though. Woxic's heard that play coming through. Fast push, he has fallen back perfectly there. So whenever they play one person towards A, usually it was Angel. This time it was Woxic though. Maybe it was spawn based. Perhaps. However, look how many grenades FaZe have used just to get to where they are. They're barely halfway to the bomb site. They've had to use 2 smokes just to get this far. They still need to win the firefights when it comes to it. See Woxic with that sensitivity.
Yeah.
That's one of the angles I suppose it comes in handy, I guess. Here come the smokes there. The issue is, the defense is now actually on the site. It's coming ahead of them, ready to fight.
Oh, Angel. He's going to hit all of them just thunderfooting behind him. He just turned.
He was banking on the late person pushing through. Bondic now close to the site.
Oh.
Nearly gets the bomb plant there, but it's just too late anyway.
Yeah, they've turned on him. This is not looking good. Dead Fox and Issa are forced into saving on this one, so it'll be 13-12. FaZe Clan keeping it close. Olofmeister, he could actually deny the save This could be so sublime. If he pulls this off, they would be left completely broken into a awkward position. The nade's going to roll in. Cheeky nade.
Some decent damage to the Dead Fox. They find out where at least one of the players are. I don't think they saw both. But you can assume that they're paired up. ESL and Dead Fox have been together this whole half. Flash going to come through for Carrigan's push through. He doesn't actually go for it. He decides we need to keep our money high. So the hunt is not actually going to be on.
Well, FaZe Clan had lower cash than HellRaisers did overall, so obviously just realised maybe it's not worth the risk.
So Angel, you got to be thinking perhaps in another instance, if he were to just face towards the players pushing out to site, he may get one, maybe two of them from that angle. Instead, he gets nothing. He was too focused rather on a player coming from highway. Look how aggressive this from Angel though. Gets the one on the ring, and Woxic gets the other. They should be able to pull back from that. That's 2 kills to the advantage. They're straight out of there. They know we've got an advantage now. We can live off that. Really strong start to this round, and Olaf, he's trying to force the issue on B. Asa's watching that angle.
Now it's just a 2 versus 5 into the round, and FaZe, if they have any fight left in them. HellRaisers, if they win this one, they're going to be on 14. They'll be in a very good position to try and lock it down, especially if they can get weapons out the hand of Guardian and Nico, as the aggression will come up towards the A site. They have a minute on the clock, so tons of time to play with, and a lot of utility as well. But I do still seem keen for this. The jump spot came across, so he has been detected. Flashbang rolls in just to try and slow him down for the meantime, and Nico supporting from toilets. Woxic in the meantime has been able to find that frag. Nico savagely trades it back there as he hits the headshot.
He needs to save, I feel. It's very unrealistic that he gets the 1v4. Technically it's a 1v5 overall. I just don't think it's worth trying to risk it. I think that AK's got like 250,000 kills on it. Looks like 219,000.
Yeah.
It's pretty outrageous, isn't it?
He loves an AK.
Yeah, so he will opt to save. I think he's hoping that he'll be able to get towards Guardian's AWP, I think. I feel like that's the only bit that HellRaisers would try and cover after the time runs out. Just buying his time, wondering if any push from him. He won't actually go for the AWP instead. He's actually saving his AK, staying alive. HellRaisers though, 14 to 12. Obviously, this should be a tactical from FaZe, because their money is not in a good spot. Trying to wonder what they can do from this pause. If they lose this round after buying into it, it's probably game. And it would be another, not soul-crushing defeat by any means, but another close matchup where they will have lost. And at least in this instance, a team, or lost to a team that they feel like they shouldn't be losing to, right?
Off the back of this pause, what's FaZe Clan been able to adapt? Because HellRaisers, they're looking strong right now.
That's a very close head cam.
It is very up close and personal shot there.
It's full rifles other than the SMG on Olaf. So no AWP Guardian. So Woxic faking the actual play towards connector. If there's a player close enough, they will have heard that metal noise. And they're playing him as the solo anchor towards this side of the map. Something that they have done in previous rounds. Obviously, Angel was the one who originally did it.
Angel as well, coming into a huge effect. Carrigan! Oh, what? And he gets tagged up, Ben. This is going all kinds of wrong right now. Woxic luckily finished off by Olafmeister, but it's still a 2 versus 2. Olafmeister though sprinting up to save the day, and it's on to Dead Fox to try and win it. He is so low, but he's in the 1v1, just dives out.
That's a really odd decision. I understand trying to bait an AWP shot, but surely you don't jump that far wide out. Really awkward round to lose, especially when you consider there was 4 players from HellRaisers on that site.
They were winning that round.
They should have won it no matter what. But instead, they've given FaZe a chance. 14-13. I would argue whoever wins this round probably wins the game. much more B-oriented play coming through from FaZe Clan this time. And there is actually 4 M4A4s in play on HellRaisers too. So Bondic and Angel being put into uncomfortable positions, I suppose. Not being able to use their M4 that they prefer. So it started off as a really heavy B-side play from FaZe. They then rotated off everyone, except for Carrigan, who's still outside Monster with a bomb. So they feigned this mid control. I'd say really poorly, because frankly Angel will hear them if they're party, and they've got control of long. It's probably another 10 seconds before Angel decides to go for an information play. That's a really bad start for FaZe Clan. Deadfox still has a smoke as well. That's going to be there till at least 28 seconds left on the clock. You can see the rotate already happening. There's going to be 4 players in this B site. The last time we saw this FaZe Clan did take the round.
They're going to be going in late. 30 seconds. They've lost the first man. They have utility and they need to hope that it gives them the edge into this firefight. Deadfox in the close angle will be slain. Guardian assists as Issa is also capitalized upon. Woxic, Bondic and Angel, what do you have up your sleeves? They're going to need some kind of huge momentum into the round, and Bondic is the only one that is fighting through. If he denied the bomb plant, Ben, that could have been a round. Unfortunately, he couldn't find him. And it's up to Angel to save it. Oh. He's confident as ever. Just couldn't land the shots, and it does go 14-14 now. Round 28 here. If they split the rounds, it will be overtime. If one team wins the next 2 rounds, we will have a winner on Overpass. Our first map in the series here between FaZe and HellRaisers.
I said that FaZe did win the last time they went onto that site with 4 players there from the HellRaisers side. They did the exact same thing. And frankly, you've got to be wondering where, like, you know, Deadfox and Issa, neither of them got a kill. There's a lot of damage, sure. But the question is, will this A-long push actually be any good from HellRaisers? A single flash should negate them. Very well dealt with. Nice clean round, really. You only lose 1 player. And it guarantees that HellRaisers are playing for overtime. You know that they've got to get a buy-in for this 30th round. And it's not going to be a fantastic buy. You know, Woxic is forced onto an M4. Tactical Balls comes through. I imagine this is HellRaisers. In fact, FaZe actually using their 4th tactical.
The last one.
HellRaisers haven't paused once, I don't think.
No, I didn't think so. I think it has just been FaZe every time.
Yeah, so FaZe truly using all the pauses available to them. I do like to say, considering I imagine... Actually, I can't imagine it's Nico giving the pauses, right?
Probably not.
You know, if Carrigan has a second in charge sort of thing, if he was to know exactly when the pause is needed, that's quite a nice bit of, you know, experience coming through in that case. Round 30 though, as you mentioned, if FaZe win, that's map over. If HellRaisers win, we'll be going to overtime. And you can see the difference in the buys. FaZe Clan, they've got so much better grenades on their side. And as I mentioned, there's no AWP in play for Woxic this time. It's basically an AWP every round on the CT side. Electing to go for this boost. This is quite a cheeky one, I feel. A very plain M4A1S there as well.
Yeah. Oh,
Wait,
Rain.
I'm going to check it. Oh, he is. No.
Oh. No, he doesn't.
Free kill. Really well played. It's rare that you see that boost work out. Because normally the player jumps onto it and you hear them quite far away, but the silent boost coming into effect does really well. They're going up short. Olaf's here.
Olaf gets the first down, the second Olaf wants to end the game, the flick around as well. Deadfox brought down to 32 HP, Ben.
If I'm Issa as well, you got to be thinking you need to make a play of some kind. He goes out towards long, he gets the first kill towards Nico. He gets the second as well. That's crazy. The flash fully blinds him. He's going to get the drop on Guardian, I feel, as well. Really well played from Issa. It's all on Olaf. He's only at 16 HP. Issa saves the day, you could argue. Just after Olaf had bailed FaZe out. 35 seconds. Got it all to do.
Yeah, Ben. In a 1 versus 3. Gonna grab the AWP and see if he can try and make the most of a bad situation. Looking like this should be overtime here between FaZe and HellRaisers on Overpass. Olofmeister makes his move up towards the A site, tries to go for the shot on the player. Jump spotting, Nade gonna be rolling in. Smoke out as well. Oh, that's unfortunate. Could have extinguished the fire there. Hindsight's 2020, Ben, if he would have known about that one. Gonna pop his way through though, charge in. Issa slays him. 15-15. It will be overtime for FaZe and HellRaisers.
So HellRaisers, as I mentioned, they were bailed out by Issa, really. You know, I mentioned, as soon as Olaf got those 2 kills on B short, they needed someone to make a play and be proactive on the map. And Issa did just that, right? He gets the fight towards long, he wins it, and he follows it up even with a 3rd kill onto Guardian as well. Overtime coming in very, very soon.
Let's have a swing in the meantime, Ben, just to reset ourselves, be composed before we get into the next half.
A nice little swing.
Yeah, never hurt anyone.
Probably has.
Probably. There used to be kids, I remember in the park near me, that would always try and get the swing to go the whole way round.
Of course, they've never been done before.
No. To break the sound barrier.
Physics.
Yeah.
Of course.
You could do it in the park near me though.
Could you?
Yeah, because they weren't like restricted. You know, normally they have like a certain amount of turn.
Yeah.
These ones would just go around.
What about your slides? Do you have any slides?
I did, yeah. We had a slide. The slide was like a death trap, really. You used to build up a lot of speed.
Yeah.
On the old slide.
And it's usually into that sort of tarmac
yeah.
sort of thing and just
carpet burn your legs up. Yeah, it's all gone wrong. Well, it looks like we're almost ready now to get back into the action. FaZe versus HellRaisers. Overtime 1, as we'll be delving into it. FaZe still on the T side. The CT side will comprise of HellRaisers. Ooh.
Another personal look.
Yeah, another straight look in. That was Issa that time. Looking mighty confident with his mask on.
Of course, so we get the AWPs on both sides. In fact, Issa goes for an AWP himself as well. And Olaf, look at that charge, 44 HP. Straight through it, and he gets the entry as well. I love to see that. A very confident play from a very confident man. And the monster push will be coming through very, very soon. Here it comes. Deadfox took up the AWP himself. Sat on fire.
Deadfox, Ben, as the push comes through. What can he get up to? Mischief being made, but he misses the first. Nico's been able to find a pick as well, and they are being mown to pieces. Where was this from FaZe Clan into the previous round, as they have just blown them out of the water in seconds. The only one that survives is Angel. And he needs an Angel into this round, as they are going to be hunting him.
Yeah, he needs to just look to save that weapon, of course. Just the M41S. Staying alive is the priority. There's no real need to hunt for him, even. There's no damage. So you can't really damage the economy of a terrorist side after having a 16k start and an MR3. And the same goes for the CTs, really, with a 16k setup. Guardian just about lives there, down to 2 HP.
As you could say, nearly kicked the bucket. Because there was a bucket.
That's true. You're not wrong.
There you go.
So first round in OT picked up by FaZe Clan. A very confident B take, I'd say as well. Taking a lot of battles. You could argue Deadfox should have probably got more than one. Plus he did miss the first shot when he did pick up the AWP. And this time HellRaisers is taking B short control just in case Olaf tried the same thing again. Instead, they're probably going to flash B short for him as he gets near the end of the pipe. Guardian is holding the angle. So they're going to Molotov barrels. I think Olaf will probably go in there for a backstab late on as soon as they're fully out monster. Here they come.
Here comes the pushover as the early entry comes in. Issa gets the first with the M4. There's a response from Rain, but they are being mown down now. Deadfox popping off into the round. Carrigan forced to try and bail them out, but they both should go down. The nade could be critical. We'll blow him out of the server. 16-16, Ben. It's close.
A really good play from the two players on B again there, if you think about it. Dead Fox and Issa. We saw something similar to that in regulation, if you remember, as well. But you could see FaZe felt like there was a weakness at that site.
Yeah.
Not that round, apparently. Olaf's actually picked up a second AWP, and he's going to be outside B as well. So that's quite an interesting choice. Bondic, he's run through the short fire. He's so low.
It's a very, very aggressive position to be playing from. Could catch them off guard, but it is going to be risky.
I think the only reason he ran through was because of Issa had the spawn, so he got all the way through. He only got tagged for 3 HP.
Yeah.
Bondic didn't want to bail on him and just have him be the only player on short.
I'll come with.
Literally, it's like the thing where your parents say, if your friend said to jump off a cliff, would you do it as well? Bondic says yeah. Probably.
And what, Mum?
Apparently so. And Angel, if he has an M4A4 there, you got to think he maybe gets more than one. Woxic thankfully will get more than one. Gets 2 so far. Leaves just Carrigan though. He does get out though.
They've got 50 seconds left to play into this round. The last round of the first half of the overtime. It's a 3 versus 4. Bondic's taken damage, bringing him down to 36 HP. Carrigan as well on 34. So they do begin to set themselves up, looking like it could be a late round play towards the B site from FaZe Clan.
There's only 25 seconds left is the issue. And also comes out towards Monster. It means Olaf, he's held back a bit. 20 seconds left. Issa still has a flashbang and a HE grenade. The B-Tick comes in now. And Dead Fox, you sat in fire for quite a bit there. A lot of damage. Carrigan, 2 HP. Oh. The grenade put him down to that low.
All Dead Fox was about to do is get 1 shot off for that M4 spam. And he would have been a goner. Whoa. Carrigan as well. Getting contact, but Olafmeister with the AWP finds the first. Woxic can trade it back onto Carrigan. It's a 2 versus 3. They're outnumbered, but can they pick up the round somehow here? Olafmeister getting an inkling of what's about to go on. Peeks up. Rain supports him. And it just comes down to Bondic. 3 HP. Sprints across, going to tap the bomb. Oh, Olafmeister lands the shot. 17-16. As it will be picked up by a FaZe Clan. We move on now to the second half of overtime. FaZe, they need 19 rounds to lock it down. They have to win 2 on the trot, Ben.
And if you remember the CT side, in regulation, it was 10-5 in favour of FaZe that first half.
Yes.
So if you think about previous history, I guess, right? You would think FaZe got the advantage. However, HellRaisers, they were struggling to get buys in on that T side. Now they'll have 16k. Changes everything, I suppose, whenever it comes into overtime. So could we find a wrench earlier to fix that?
To fix the leaky pipe? It doesn't seem like it. It seems like it's still leaking.
Have you got any tape? Could do the job.
Could do with a new valve, mate.
Let's get Harry Witten.
It was impact wrench.
Could deal with that.
Let's sort that right out. Well, we're back into the action now. Round 4 of overtime in the second half.
Ooh,
oh,
good start. Not a good start at all.
That is a fumble.
When it rains, it falls.
When it rains, it misses a Molotov.
Apparently. 15 kills to 24 deaths for Ray in this game. Not been a good one, by any means.
No.
Hoping that he can get an impact on the CT side in overtime, though. Playing really defensive, or at least passive, I suppose, on the A side. So HellRaisers, we saw them play quite slowly, if you remember, in the first half of regulation. We saw a lot of down to about 35 seconds, similar to what we saw from FaZe towards the end of overtime. Guardian missing a shot like that is quite uncharacteristic from him. Smokes his exit, flashes it as well, gets away with no harm done. Whereas FaZe, they've used up a lot of the grenades they do have on that A site. Carrigan will arrive, but he's another player who, has no grenades either. If an XQ were to come in, this could be quite a bad situation for them.
16-17. FaZe Clan, can they get themselves their 18th round and start to win that win streak they need? Oh, Bondit gets the first, annihilates Rain. Bondit keeps it going as well as Guardian will go down. Karrigan wants to deny the bomb plant, but he's been detected, and it is all up to Nico and Olofmeister now to save the day and bail FaZe Clan out of the situation they've been left in. Olofmeister arrives on the scene.
He has a smoke.
Armed with the AWP. It's a double AWP retake though, Ben. Luckily, Nico able to chuck that weapon away. Grab an M4, they've got utility, they can smoke the bomb.
Well.
He can pop the flash over, they both have kits.
Angel's made a big move, he's already gone along, he takes them both out.
Neither of them really doing anything there, just looking so timid.
Yeah, I think they were talking it over a bit too much, perhaps, in that 2v3 retake. All tied up again, though. If either team wins out, or wins the last 2 rounds in this overtime, they will win the game. But as mentioned before, if they split it, it will be a second overtime in that scenario.
Overtime pass.
I do recall playing a game where it was official on Overpass and we were playing the same team again on Overpass after that. Olaf, the second AWP, if you remember, he picked it up in the first half of overtime and he got 3 kills with it, 10.5.
Yeah.
He's already got 1 with this round so far. He could get
for more. Dead Fox finds the kill, the connection from the AK, gonna body him. It's a 4-on-4 now, Ben. Minute and 20 on the clock.
Very even playing field across the board. HellRaisers do take long control. Obviously on the A site, they were playing quite aggressive to start off regulation, but then they fell back towards the site, and that seemed to be a lot more successful for them. Guardian and Rain, though, they're holding onto the grenades, though. This is completely different to last round. Last round, they had nothing left. This time, Rain has every single grenade available to him. Guardian has basically everything other than a smoke. And Bondic just faked the short control with a flash, hoping he can pull off one of the players on the A site. Guardian is repositioning toward bank, at least. The long burst is going to come through. Rain's got all these grenades, he needs to get rid of most of them. And unfortunately, there's no cover from Guardian.
This is rough. Guardian unable to help his teammates, so he will go down. Guardian just stuck in bank now. The entire place is being set ablaze. The money is going up in flames. And so is the round and the dreams for FaZe Clan, as this should be one picked up by HellRaisers. They carry on in this manner. The bomb's down. They've got an advantage in terms of the manpower. The smokes are up. Lines of sight restricted there for FaZe Clan, but they re-enter together, trying to advance. Guardian popped by Woxic. Nico and Karrigan, the last 2 remaining men. Karrigan finds the first, and the follow-up frag. Karrigan popping off, but he has so much more to do. He will find all 3 kills if he jumps on the bomb. Can he try and muss this one up? There is no time. Bondic going to go for the extension. He can't get it. Oh.
Surely not. Oh. That was so close.
Seconds away there, Ben.
Milliseconds. Like I genuinely think that's like 0.1 maybe.
That's crazy.
A 4K, which results in, unfortunately, no plant. Karrigan dropping an AUG in spawn, funnily enough. Karrigan, I guess. Oh, Guardian, sorry.
Gonna leave that one behind.
So Guardian will come back to spawn, hoping to find a rifle. He'll find that and be a bit disappointed.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Guess this is what I've been left with then.
FaZe haven't been able to really get anything done so far in this overtime. Being a bit more aggressive on the A side, and he's turned away at the wrong time there. That is at least the knowledge for HellRaisers that they were playing a bit closer. And it means that more grenades will be used, just trying to get the coverage that way. This push through short pipe though, very cool. Dead Fox holding the angle, Olaf. Not even a flash from his teammates. I think Nico was lining up the flash, but if you lose the fight before you're even at the end, that flash won't do anything. Nico's trying to make a proactive play there. It's just Angel in front of him, he'll get it for free. But they're going out monster, it's a 4v4.
Sprinting their way out, they're going to barge in towards the site and see what they can achieve. Dead Fox looks for the first and gets the headshot off. Dead Fox doubling down. HellRaisers seeming like they will be able to topple and overtake FaZe here on Overpass, as it should go 19-17. Rain and Guardian, the last 2 members that remain on the CT side, hoping to try and claw it back in their favor. They want to be the difference makers as Guardian picks off Issa, connects him with the AWP shot. Nade going to be lobbed out here from Raiders. Well, when he muffs it, he might actually kill himself. Brings himself down to 3 HP. Guardian hits the no-scope, but it is so awkward. Woxic with a frag on range. Guardian has it all to do, and no time to do it in. They will fall short. HellRaisers defeat FaZe on Overpass in overtime.
If Guardian had like a P250 just then, he might actually win that round.
Yeah.
Because he dinked Woxic twice. And obviously, P2K at that distance doesn't quite get the kill. And, you know, Rain, he has so many grenades and too many ideas, apparently.
Just fumbling with his big old basket of grenades, Ben.
Apparently.
Hit himself with a HE.
Spread the wealth. Just like, you can get one, you can get one. Which do I want to use now?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he nearly kills himself, as you mentioned.
Not ideal whatsoever, and that is Overpass going the way of HellRaisers. Definitely a big result for them. Going to be happy walking away with 2 points from that first map. FaZe Clan just getting the 1, Ben.
It's another instance of FaZe not being able to close it out at the last little bit. You know, they were 15-14 up, and unfortunately, leads to overtime, and then from there, their defense just fell apart.
Well, you said all the games we've been seeing recently from FaZe have been those very close affairs, obviously losing in a 16-14, 16-12, and that sort of, you know, trifecta seems to be carrying on, really. No real changes there. This time it just went the whole hog going into overtime. But in the end, HellRaisers able to find composure, some big individual plays coming through, and the game was taken by them. Our last map of the day will be up after the break, and that is going to be where we see who will be walking away with the majority points from this series. FaZe versus HellRaisers will be up after this.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Vodafone, The Road to Odense, Betway, MSI, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.